Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome into the Rock Show. How are we all doing today? Hi. Give me a moment. I'm sorry, I'm still kind of setting things up here. There we go. How we doing? What's going on? Welcome into the Rock Show. The music's not playing. Hold on. There we go. That'll start playing here in a second. How's everyone doing today? It is Friday. Almost 11 o'clock in the evening. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. We made it to the weekend. I am surprised we made it to the weekend. This week, dude. This week has just been... It's been a bit too much this week, chat. I got, everything in general. Between the news, like politics news, and then the news of famous folks passing. It's just been, it's been crazy. And I'm ready to kind of relax for the weekend and not have to deal with anything. I'm kind of done for the week, and I'm just ready to just kind of let it all kind of roll off the back, if you will. But yeah, so we're gonna be this is the last cross-stitch stream, unless I decide to go ahead and do an impromptu one in the middle of the week next week. Excuse me, well, this is the last cross-stitch stream of our current campaign for St. Jude Children's Hospital for the GCX event. Right now, our good friend Chef Steve 330, as well as many others, are down in Orlando, Florida, at one of various different hotels around Universal Studios, and they are. They just had the first day of GCX today, the actual event. I'm not 100% sure what all they ended up doing. But yeah. I know that there's a lot of folks that they were going to be talking to and whatnot. If you kind of notice, guys, for the past 9 years at least, GCX has always had Dr. Lupo close things out at the end of the event, and then Lupo was not around this year. I know Lupo had some controversy of his own, where I guess he was playing chess, like virtual chess. Excuse me. And I guess apparently he was accused of cheating at chess, I'm not sure. I don't 100% understand or know. Um, but I guess cheater pumpkin eater kind of thing, right? And he's essentially he's taking his lumps at this point. I don't think that he lost a whole lot of followers and viewers because of it, but at the same time, you know, it doesn't come without its backlash. So, I mean, yeah, it wasn't your basic video games, but I guess I don't know if maybe what he was doing was essentially using some sort of a program that allowed him to input the pieces and give him an idea of where he should go. I don't know, but yeah, it boils down to, yeah, he cheated, and so but yeah, it really, aside from going ahead and doing his usual yearly donation, he really didn't have a whole lot to do with this year's GCX event. I'm pretty sure though his wife was still involved in the background. I mean, then again, she could have gone ahead and decided to take the year off too. I mean, they'll probably end up taking a year or two off from it, and they may still actually go down to for the event. But as far as physically being part of the stream and the actual having a booth or whatever have you, or doing a Q&A session or something, like, I don't know, but yeah, all that's gonna be something that he decided to probably just they both decided maybe to take a back seat this year. Let whatever controversies that was happening blow over, and kind of go from there. So but yeah, so guys, tonight we're gonna be like I said, we're gonna be doing some cross stitching. I've already got the needle going through where I want it to go, I believe. It's really hard to start and stop when you're working with white embroidery floss, because you don't know where you started and stopped unless you took some sort of note somewhere. So hopefully I got it in the right spot. So let's go ahead and switch on over here. As always, chat, we were listening to some of our local music friends from around the area. So we'll be listening to them, having some fun. I think that's where I should be. Yeah, that's where it should be. Cool. See, it helps to have a camera sometimes. I don't know. Anyways. Guys, I'll tell you what, we had a pretty nasty storm rolling in earlier today. Or this evening, I should say. Like, this thing had spawned a tornado warning out around the Springfield area. But as always, once it hits the Hilliard and west side of Columbus areas, it just breaks apart and goes around the 270 outer belt. You know what also I kind of find funny. They always call it the outer belt. What happened to the inner belt? Were we ever supposed to have an inner belt at some point? It seems odd that they would call it the outer belt and not have an inner belt. Like, why didn't they just call it the beltway? I mean, I also get it that it goes on the outside of Columbus. We will be playing Thread Chicken here in just a moment. Will we get through this entire row without having to swap out for another thing of thread? Find out today on Cross Stitching Z. I hope I can at least get past the lower half of the whisker dot square. Alright, we'll get past the whiskers. That's good. Right, we are making some tracks here. We're doing pretty good. Okay, let's get that. All right, chat. We're almost done here with this row, and funny enough, we actually might get to the end before Thread Chicken wins. This all squared away here. Guys, don't forget, Happy Gilmore 2 just released today. I was half tempted to go ahead and call off, or not call off, but cancel stream for the night. Almost. But I really want to go ahead and try to get as much of this done as I can. I want to be able to go ahead and do the next one and have it not take half a year or more. Alright. Alright, chat, we got through that. We got through that one. I thought for sure we were not going to. But we did it. We did it, chat. Just had to go ahead and remind myself which way we're going here. I'm like, oh, okay, let's see. Okay. Definitely gonna need a drink here in just a moment. This is going to be a straight up back and forth. We're going to have to worry about any skipping because all the obstacles are out of our way right now. Okay, chat. We're starting to get to that point where Thread Chicken's about to win. Yeah, let's go ahead and get ourselves another thread here because this is getting dangerously close to the end. So let me go ahead and pull that right there for a minute. Keep that right where it's at. Oh. Will not work. One. Okay. Oh. Yo, Brock Otter, what's up, Bubba? I thought I turned that back on. I did not. Hang on. How are you doing, Brock Otter? How's things? How was your week? My week has been... It's been wild. I'm just... The absolute heartbreak this weekend. Or this whole week, I should say. Michael Jamal Warner. Ozzy. Hogan, I'm of two minds about Hogan. You know, you had Chuck Mangione, who is a jazz musician. And then before all of them, there was, oh man. Oh, what the heck was her name? Claire, is it Claire Danes? It was Claire Danes. Just, like I said, just a whirlwind of famous people passing on, you know, and it's just freaking crazy. Just freaking crazy. And then everything else going on in the world when it comes to like politics and I forgot to say at the start of the stream, you know, But as I said, I would continue to say until the files are released. Epstein didn't kill himself, and the list definitely exists, and you know who's on it. But again, enough about that crap. But just outside of that, the rest of the week has just been kind of weird. Like, it's been a pretty decent week as far as work is concerned. I was late this morning, though. It was only like 25 minutes, 26 minutes tops. And then my computer decided it didn't want to connect to the internet. I had to do a full-on reboot just to get it to reconnect. Oh yeah, and then there was Kenneth Washington, who was one of the last surviving members of Hogan's Heroes, the TV show from the 60s and 70s. He passed away too. There. Feed that stitch there. I made the joke that they had to take one Hogan from each side of the spectrum, essentially. One good Hogan, one bad Hogan to equal one whole Hogan. Eyes freaking out on me right now. It's fine. Got this. There we go. Yeah, so the work PC was like, you know what? I'm not gonna connect to the internet. And I'm like, but I gotta be online. And it's like, yep, nope, sorry. So I had to do a full-on reboot. Just in order for it to work proper. Extra there. You realize something? What'd you realize?
So you walk away with a note you read, a perfect shade for you. Dreamless days are gone for good. Nights without you should not be missed, understood.
Yeah, it's because he's taking the week off. He went down to Florida for GCX. I was going to be down there. Uh, I was hopefully was gonna leave last night or this morning. Um, yep, he took the week off and he was getting ready to head down to GCX. But again, you would know all this if you were connected to Discord. Discord's where we like to go ahead and update you guys whenever we have something personal going on. So we try to go ahead and let you guys know what's going on in our lives, on stream. But Discord's the place. It's like Facebook, but for streamers. And you don't have to download anything if you don't want to download. There is a web version of Discord if you want to go ahead and just use the web version. But you can keep up to date of what's going on with everyone. Everyone within the community. See what's going on with Steve, what's going on with Rusty, what's going on with me, Nagin, and Jeff. I'm giving you shit, Rock Otter, but at the same time, I'm also just trying to help you out, Bubba.
side of me. Buried in this hole again. You play your cards and leave me that fold. You're pulling me apart and I cannot pretend anymore.
Yeah. I saw him streaming a few weeks, if not about a month or two ago. I don't always get to go ahead and catch the streams, of course, but you know, I'm glad to see he's back up and running again. Chef Rob's back up and running again. Rusty was live here just a little bit ago. Hopefully we'll get FTK back up and running again at some point or another, but he's working on IRL stuff right now. But once he goes ahead and works through his IRL things, I'm sure at some point or another he'll be back. If he decides to do so.
What do you have that's left for me? You make sure to throw it all away. Never thought it'd hit this. What do you have that's left for me? You make sure to throw it all away. Never thought it'd hit this.
Did he break something? No. He's had a couple things happen IRL that I won't get fully into. One thing I can think I can say without you know getting everyone into his business is that he had a pupper that passed away. And that one hit him hard. So I do not blame him whatsoever for hanging things up for a little bit to take care of himself and all that jazz, you know. Yeah. But he's starting to come back around, and that's a good thing. You know, we got on him, like, dude, you can't just shy away from us. You gotta let us know that you're okay. And he did, eventually. Sorry, chat, we got a little bit of a snag here. Hang tight. There we go. Got it. Pain in the butt. We got it. Nothing spectacular. Just our usual visit to my mom. Hanging out with her. Not very far. Yeah, so my plan was I was gonna go to Florida this year for GCX along with Steve, and I didn't even get a chance to start getting event tickets, air travel, and lodging squared away. And I got a summons for jury duty. But it was supposed to happen today. And come to find out, about a week ago, I got another message saying that that I didn't have to worry about it, that the case had been resolved. Now, if a bench warrant gets issued for my arrest because I didn't show up for that, I'm gonna be like, look, this is what happened right here. I have proof right here that I was told, one, I don't have to come in because the case has been resolved. Two, I don't have to call in, go online, or do anything to verify that this is it. This is all I need to do. So, oh, not again. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, I'm hoping that kind of thing doesn't happen, but you know, we'll see we'll see what it all boils down to. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be okay. I don't know why my back's starting to bug me. Hang on here for me just a second, chat. I need to do a little bit of a stretch here. Oh. All right, chat. Let me do this here real quick. Let me go ahead and actually get up and walk around for a moment. Go upstairs and stretch. I'll be right back. Don't go away. All right, chat, I'm back. Sorry for the wait there. Appreciate you being patient. Oh, man, my back is bugging the crap out of me. That's what happens when you sit a certain way when you're doing this stuff. Your back tends to lock up. So always, whenever you're doing something like this, get yourself in a nice, comfy position where it's not gonna feel like your body's locking up on you. Yeah, feeling better. Whew, okay. Chat, if you're just joining us, welcome in. My name is Steve Rockstar. If this is your first time here. We are currently working on a cross-stitch project for my eldest. And right now we're working on filling in the white bits of the snout of this Care Bear. The Care Bear you can see right over there is a Rainbow Heart Bear, the bear that was created for the 30th anniversary of Care Bears. When this bear came out, a lot of people, or a lot of couples, if you will, tend to go ahead and have and kind of use this specific bear as a symbol for their essentially for a lost pregnancy, but then the follow-up pregnancy, everything goes right with that one, and the resulting baby from that second pregnancy is what's known as a rainbow baby. So a lot of people end up using this character as a way to celebrate the life that's been born and the life that was lost. But yeah, we're filling in the white of the snout right now, and when we get done with that, we're gonna go back in and start filling in the main color. I venture to say that we'll probably end up getting down to about here before the end of the night. So we've got about another 1 or 2 episodes in just the snout itself. Unless I decide to take it with me and do some over the weekend. Not a problem, Brock. Not a problem at all, Bubba. Sometimes you have to go to bed early. I get it. Sometimes you can't even be here at all, and that's cool too. We're right around the middle of the snout right now. And we've got a couple rows coming up here where we're gonna have the whisker dots on their face. Um, that's gonna end up getting in our way, and we're gonna have to go ahead and skip over. Gonna have to skip over a couple spots, but it's okay. Oh man, like I said, this past week has just been weird. You know, everything that's going on right now. Um, not just in like the political landscape or celebrity deaths, but like geological situations that are happening. Like, you know, the 7.3 earthquake off the coast of Alaska. Um, the multiple quakes around all around the world that have been hitting around 5 or better. Um, the fact that the animals around Yellowstone are bugging out and getting out of Dodge while the getting's good. And another person within Yellowstone uh, taking recordings of video and audio recordings of what it sounds like just standing there. The audio recordings sounds like there's a herd of buffalo that's running away, even though that there's not an animal in sight. And then another video, or that in that same video, you can still hear the audio, and you can still hear the kind of rumbling. And they set a bottle of water down on the ground, and you could see the water essentially bouncing all over the place. It's absolutely bonkers. You've got a fault line out there, uh, out in the ocean of NorCal, and the rest of the northwestern states that is due to go at any time. On top of that, you've got a volcano that's out there within that same area that's due to apparently erupt. Uh, there's I mean, you know, Mount Rainier is starting to wake the hell up. That's not a good thing either. It's turning out to be an interesting time here on Earth. Meanwhile, you got strange phenomena happening out in space. Saw a picture that was posted of that said that the Webb telescope just took a picture of what's essentially, what they say, how many did they say it was, like 13 to 15 different galaxies, maybe even up to 19 galaxies, that are all kind of in this row together. And it looks like they're all kind of merging at some point or another. Yeah, it's going to be a crazy time out there, and I'm hoping that things start settling down a little bit. Sure, I know where I'm at here, Chad. Because again, we're working with white thread on white Ada cloth. You kind of lose where you're supposed to be working at. Real quick. He said, I'm very tired. I said, it's okay. And then poof, he's gone. I'm like, all right, that's cool. He no longer waited for me to say, it's cool, and then he's like, I'm out. Not even a goodbye, just, I'm out. And I get that. I've been there before. I'm not gonna go ahead and complain about that. I'm gonna give him shit for it, but I'm not gonna complain about it. You said you were very tired. You weren't sure how long you were gonna stay up. I said it's good, and poof, you disappeared. You disappeared faster than Houdini. Try that again. I might actually go ahead and take this with me tomorrow, so that way I have something to do other than playing with my Switch. So I got a lot of area to cover, and I want to try to get as much done as I can. So this is going to be one of those projects where I'm going to be working off stream quite a bit, only because I'm a lot further behind than what I would like to be with this. It doesn't help that I took a few months off due to a numb forefinger, which was this one right here. But it's, that delay definitely doesn't help matters. Almost through. Dang, blast it. There we go. It's fine, chat. We got it. All right, we've got one more row here. Got this one more row here where we don't have any obstacles in the next row. So again, here we got this one row right here. We're not gonna have any obstacles at all, and then we've got this row here. The obstacle comes back into play. On top of that, the row after that, we've got two obstacles in the way, so that'll be fun. That will be fun to contend with. hell? Trying to make sure that I'm doing this where you guys can see it at the same time. Sit in a nice comfortable spot where it's not going to hurt my back. Laura, hello, how are you doing? What's up? How's you? How's the fam? Everything going good? Hopefully nothing crazy's happening out in your neck of the woods. Oh. Level 3 evacuation due to a fire. That's supposed to be an hour away from them? Or was going to be there within the hour? Like, out near them. Okay, okay, out near them. Okay, I got you. Okay, okay. That's still no bueno. Hopefully they got what they wanted to go ahead and keep and got out of there. Well, we are just working right now on the eldest's project right now. We got we're about the middle of the snout. We're filling in all the white. And it's kind of silly to fill in the white when we're working with a white Ada cloth, but I figure, you know what? I'm just gonna go with the flow. But we got a row here where we don't have any obstructions at all, and this next row, we're gonna have the top part of this whisker squares obstructing it, and then on the row after that we've got two sections that's gonna end up giving an obstacle to get around. So, well, we got this. We're doing good. We're doing good on this one. Wow. Okay. 5 to 10, then jump to 75. Wow. That's good. I think they're waiting to get power. That's good. Well, yeah. Now, are they going to be able to go ahead and get is like Red Cross Red Cross or any disaster relief, FEMA or anything like that? Are they going to be there with food, water, and whatnot for those who lost all their stuff in their fridge and freezers and stuff, and had to go ahead and get rid of all that stuff, or are they just gonna have to go out and buy all new stuff out of pocket? Hopefully they'll have somebody there with some sort of something for them. Unknown at this time. They have some people that they gonna go contact and get help through them. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, hopefully everything turns out okay. Hopefully they don't lose any food at all, but I mean, you know, depending on how long they've been out of the house. And a couple good things to note. This is really good to know for anybody for future reference. If you have a situation where there's a power outage, don't open your fridge or freezer, or even a deep freezer. The moment you open it up, you let in any room temperature, that immediately goes ahead and defeats the purpose of keeping your food fresh. Right? Eventually the cold or the ice or the extreme cold will eventually wear off, but your chances of it wearing off increase exponentially just by opening that door. So that's good. That's good that they haven't opened up the freezer or fridge. But like you said, if they've been out since 2, and it's let's see, it's what's there right now? It's not. It's 8 o'clock. No, not 8. 9 o'clock. Right, 9 o'clock their time. They're out there in the on the West Coast, right? 9:30 now. Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's a bummer. From 2 to 9, they might end up doing okay. How hot has it been over there as of late? 80s, 90s, or has it been kind of cooler? That will help too, or hinder. '80s to 100. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So if they're still working on restoring power, from 2 to 9 is not bad, but you get going even further past that, and yeah, you're looking at definitely at spoiled produce and whatnot. So yeah, they're gonna probably have to go ahead and chuck everything in the fridge. The freezer might still be okay. But it's just gonna depend on things. Like if they go to get in the freezer and they've got like frozen pizzas in there, and if the frozen pizzas are malleable, if you will, they can move, they're not rock solid like they were before, yeah, it's probably a good bet that everything in there's gone too, save for maybe like popsicles. Well, I shouldn't say popsicles. Not regular popsicles, but like the juice sickles, right? The things that are like filled with juice, but and you freeze them, and then yeah. Otter Pops? Okay, if that's what you call them out that way, sure. Closed until Tuesday? That's bleh. That's not nice. It's not nice at all. Yeah. Real quick, to not really to change the subject, but a quick little Supernatural joke for you. If you are a fan of Supernatural, the show, all right. I'm starting up a new restaurant that serves curry powder over French fries. It's called Curry On My Wayward Spud, and yes, there'll be peas when you are done. My wife responded to that with, "But I don't want peas." I'm like, no. Terrible. There you go. That works. That works. Yeah, now I've outside of how I'm kind of feeling today, you know, everything else this week has just been bonkers. Today by itself was just weird because I got woken up by my daughter about 5 minutes till I was supposed to be downstairs. Or I think it was 5 minutes. It might have been within like a 15-minute time frame. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting up. And I didn't really turn over. I just kind of laid there for what I thought was 5 minutes. It ended up being a half hour. Actually, it ended up being more than a half hour. By the time I actually woke up, it was 8:25. I'm like, shit. Had to rush down here, get logged in. And of course, the moment you want to be able to log in quickly, get signed in, and start working on your job, and the computer just gives you a big old middle finger, says, nope, you're not going online. And you're checking your other PCs, like, my other PCs are online, why aren't you? It was getting an IP address from the router, but for some reason, it wasn't connected to the internet. Would not allow me to connect my VPN, so I had to go ahead and save everything locally to my desktop, and then anything that I had opened that I was still working on, but save all that, close it all out, and do a full-on restart, and I was just like, you know what, power down. So hard power down. Once it powered down all the way, then it took a minute or two before it would let me go ahead and actually boot it back up again. Not having a good day. Luckily, the boss understood that I didn't mean to clock in as late as I did. Once I actually did get clocked in, I said, you know what, I'm going to be honest with you. I was late this morning, and it was about almost a half hour late. It was 8:25 when I clocked in, or when I was trying to clock in, and the computer had other ideas. I had to hard restart everything. So, but he was understanding about it, and at least adjusted my time card so it showed it was clocked in at 8:30. I just stayed an extra half hour to make up for that lost half hour. How's the fam and the weather? So fam's doing all right. We're entering that phase with the girls, where they're wanting to fight about every damn thing, and they're only 5 and 7. The oldest thinks that she's the adult, wants to keeps wanting to go ahead and pull the "I'm older" card. You have to listen to me to the younger one, and the younger one's fighting back because she knows that's not right. But at the same time, she's being sneaky, doing things she shouldn't be doing. And while the oldest has a point of telling her, don't do that, you know, at the same time, we're like, no, you can't tell her not to do that. I mean, you could gently warn her, hey, you're gonna get in trouble if you do that. And then when she does it and she does get in trouble, well, then that's her fault. But I have to keep yelling at them because they want to keep yelling at each other. And it's like, no, you need to stop. There we go. Okay, where? Take a break there for a moment to figure out where the hold up is, and you're like, which way was I going? Oh yeah, that was going that way. Hey, there's one thing that we've told the both of them over and over again: stop taking water into their room. When I say water, I'm not talking like bottles of water. I'm talking about taking a doll hot tub, filling it up with water, and taking it into their room to play with. I get that they want to play with it in that sense, but at the same time, I'm not about to have water damage in my house because they want to go playing around. Especially when we have hardwood floors throughout the entire house for the most part. We've got carpet on the stairs, that's it. Not by personal choice either. You know, if I had my way, if I had the money for it, I'd put carpet in. Because really, they're not really hardwood floors. They're that. I'd say that I would call it like kind of laminate hardwood floor. So yeah. But other than that, you know, we're doing all right. Weather, on the other hand, has been hot. We had some storms roll through. Earlier we had I'm not sure how familiar you are with Ohio and its topography, if you will, when it comes to like city placements and whatnot. So you got Columbus, that's right here in the middle of Ohio, and then off to our west, there is places like London, Springfield, and Dayton, respectfully. And there was a cell that came in from the easternmost part of Indiana and made its way and marched its way essentially all the way across the western part of Ohio. It got to Springfield. There was a tornado warning that was issued. That tornado warning then was called off as the as any rotation that they were seeing could not be seen anymore, and it just moved at a nice steady pace. And I left my house knowing that there was a small cell that had just rolled through. And I looked at the radar. I'm like, okay, I can get there to our sitter's place, pick up the girls, maybe go ahead and stop at my mom's to go down to the food trucks. And then head on back home after we get done eating. And as I'm driving, I can see it rolling in faster and faster. Like I could see in the distance how much darker it was getting. With like every second that was passing by, I'm like, maybe we're not coming over after all. And the funny thing is, my mom's like, you know what? Yeah, since there's a storm that's on its way, let's just forget about that. I'm like, all right, fine, no big deal. So I get to our friend's place to pick up the girls. Like, we need to go. This storm is marching its way in here fast. Much faster than I was originally anticipating. I got down the road about a mile down the road from their place after picking the girls up. And the storm was pretty much on our doorstep. And this thing was dark and nasty looking. Like it was like, oh, this is gonna be bad. Like, I had already went ahead and planned. Like we're not cooking anything. At best, we're having cereal, and then we're heading downstairs for a little bit. I didn't even get a chance to make the cereal. I got home. I saw the wall cloud was already at our back door, essentially. I had to run down to the mailbox, get the mail that just got delivered, grab the girls out of the car, go unlock the door. Luckily, I already went ahead and turned the alarm off. But I got them inside, and we all just went ahead and quickly used the restroom, grabbed what we wanted to go ahead and grab, and we headed downstairs here to the basement. And we all played the new Pokemon Friends game that was just released the last 2 days. Nice little puzzle game. Only about $10 if you don't go ahead and get all the extra DLC and whatnot. I think overall total cost of the game is about $35-40 if you get the DLC. We just stay down here, and I turned on the radar, and sure enough, just like any big storm that comes rolling through the Central Ohio area, if it's its own individual cell and not part of a line of showers and thunderstorms that's coming into the city, if it's its own individual cell, by the time that it gets to the westernmost part of Franklin County / Columbus suburbs, in this case, Hilliard and the west side of Columbus. By the time it hits that area, it starts dissipating or breaking up and going around the entire city. And the reason behind that is the thermodynamics that we have that are set up because of I-270, which is what we call the outer belt here in the Columbus area. With as many cars and whatnot that travel along the road, the heat comes off the pavement. That essentially creates this weather bubble almost right over the entire city. So any storm that comes in, it hits that bubble and breaks apart and goes around. Now again, if it's part of a big line of showers and thunderstorms, nah, that bubble don't break. Or I'm sorry, the bubble breaks at that point, and we're left to our own devices. In those instances, there we go. In those times, that's when we really have to keep an eye to the sky. Yeah, the Pokemon Friends is a pretty fun game. The thing that frustrates me to no end is I don't understand how you get more questline stuff. Like there's supposed to be folks that you're supposed to help out, and after you help them out, it takes forever for somebody new to come up and go, "Hey, I need a favor." Okay, go ahead and take a drink here. Oh man. Yeah, it's a nice little puzzle game, and they reward you with getting yarn, and then you create your own Pokemon plushie, or as they call them, Pokemon plush, or plushies. But and as you play the game, eventually you get folks around the city that you're in that want a plushie for their own. One little girl had a Pikachu plushie and lost it somewhere, or it got destroyed somehow. And you're like, well, hey, I just got a Pikachu plushie. Here you go. And she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'll take better care of this one. Another guy's like, I'm gonna go into the forest. I'm gonna need somebody with the right fire and passion that's gonna help me out. You give him a fire-based Pokemon, and he's like, yes, let's go. It's funny. So, all right, chat. Let's go ahead and take a little break here to talk about our charity. And if you don't know, we are raising awareness for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital through the GCX event these next few days. Between now and the 31st, we'll continue to be raising awareness for St. Jude. So whenever you see us live on stream, please consider helping us out. Here's a little video to talk a little bit more about St. Jude. I'll show you guys the no chemo party, and we'll be right back.
Chemotherapy treatment can take months, even years to complete. To a child, 2 years can feel like forever. So when patients at St. Jude finish chemotherapy, we celebrate with a no more chemo party.
1, 2, 3.
Our patients have the cutest SMILEs. Our patients have the sweetest HEARTs. Oh, we love to see you every day. But now's the time you get to say, pack up your bags, get out the door. You don't get chemo anymore.
So happy. He's so happy. I love it.
There we go, guys. Give him his balloon. I don't know why that line in the video always gets me to chuckle. But yeah, so no, so that is the no chemo party. Similar to folks who are going through chemotherapy in an adult hospital. Those kids who have to go through chemotherapy at St. Jude, instead of ringing a bell, they get one of those parties that are thrown for them. Now, back during COVID, they had to go ahead and do it kind of virtually, where they kind of brought in multiple video carts and whatnot, and everyone kind of did it virtually with them, to try to help limit the spread of the disease. But since things have gone ahead and started reopening back up, they've started getting back into doing the no chemo parties, essentially one-on-one. The cool thing about the no chemo parties is this: the room that you saw them holding those no more chemo parties in, those are the first rooms that patients and their parents go into when they first are admitted to the hospital. And that's the last room that they go into as they're being discharged, which is really kind of cool. You go through you go through a normal routine of getting your chemotherapy in a certain room in a certain way, and all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, I remember this room. We came in this room when we first got here. And then that's when you're greeted with the entire nursing and doctor staff that have helped out the little one and their family through the entire process, and they sing that song and have some fun and celebrating that they get to go home. And it's just $25. $25 is all it takes to fund one of those no more chemo parties. That's essentially for the balloons, for the confetti. So yeah. So if you guys would like to help out with one of those no more chemo parties, it's only $25. But if you can't afford that, just $1 is gonna help out and be more than enough to help a family in need. So if you guys can, !donate. Follow that link over to Tiltify and donate today. Again, you have until the 31st to donate, and you can donate anytime. Doesn't matter if I'm live or not. You can always come here to the website, do !donate, or just go to seamlessrockstar.tv, and whatever campaign we're running at that time will automatically transfer you over to my Tiltify page of whatever active campaign we're running at that time. So now if I have multiple campaigns that are running, I will have it go to a different page, and I'll have it go to my LinkedIn page, and I'll say, this is what campaigns we're running. You can click here and donate, or click here and donate to this campaign. Just so that way I'm kind of fully transparent with all of that. So, but yeah, so there we go. And again, if you can't donate, just help spread the word. Help us educate and inspire others about St. Jude, what they do, how they help out kids who don't deserve to be sick and stuck in the hospital, and what they do for their not only just those kids, but for their families as well. We'll talk more about that at a later time, but thank you guys so much for watching that. Let's get back into the cross stitch. So yeah, so we Brock Otter was in here earlier. He was asking about Chef Steve. He's like, why haven't I seen Chef Steve live recently? I was like, well, he hasn't been live this week because he took the week off. He's like, did? Why? He's like, you don't pay attention very well, do you? I know he's got a I know he's on the spectrum. May even have a small learning disability, and I try not to go ahead and get on him too much because I don't want him to think that I'm being mean. But no, he doesn't pay attention a whole lot. You know, Steve talks about he talks a lot about what he's doing coming up. You know, in this case, he's talked about it this entire month and the week leading up to it about going to Florida, hanging out with friends at Universal Studios, or Universal Epic as it's now, I guess, being called, and the he's just hanging out with them, and they're celebrating the good that they did this year. You know, I was supposed to go. I was actually supposed to be down there tonight, or technically yesterday was supposed to be there. But I ended up getting a jury duty summons. And I had to go ahead and hit the brakes on everything. I'm like, well, I ain't doing that now. So we'll see what happens, and you know, maybe there's something else cool comes up. We get to go do that instead. My biggest thing is I would love to go to TwitchCon, but I'm not going to be able to afford anything happening out in California right now. On top of that, I really don't want to be out on the West Coast right now. I mean, everything that's going on, earthquake-wise, not just in California, but around California. I mean, goodness gracious, you got Mount Rainier, it's waking up. You've got the whole Ring of Fire has been going off the rocker recently. A 7.3 quake up in Alaska. There's some folks down in Puerto Rico that same day, who were sitting in, I guess you could go ahead and call it a lagoon, a little pond of water there on the beach, but you had a big old rock wall that kind of separated that little, essentially like waiting area, if you will, from the main ocean itself. And this one wave comes in, it hits the rocks, it splashes a little over, it's fine. Next wave comes in, it goes ahead and puts a little bit more water over top, still everything fine. Third wave comes in, it puts even more water over top. I'm thinking, okay, this might be interesting. The fourth wave you could see in the background as that third one's hitting, and you could actually see it over top of the rocks. And then it slams into the rocks and actually spills over. And then as that's doing it, the fifth wave behind it was even taller. And I'm just like, oh, that's not good. Luckily, I don't think anybody was hurt, but at the same time, I mean, I see that, and I'm packing up, I'm heading out. I'm like, nope, be out. I wonder if I can find that video real quick. Here it is. Found it. Here, chat. We're gonna watch something real quick. Oh, this was 2010? Oh, I thought this was this year. Excuse me. We're gonna go ahead and just mute this. Watch here in the background. See? Some waves breaking over the top. Not a big deal, right? Everything's cool, everything's kosher, it's fine. Right? And then here comes wave 2. Again. Kind of interesting to see that much water kind of coming in all of a sudden. And then that wave in the background hits. And as that one starts going bonkers, here comes another one. I'm sorry, chat. I'd be running for the damn hills at that point. Like, nope, we ain't doing this. No, thank you. This white boy don't swim that well. I'm out. Bye. There's one kid's just sitting there. Those teenagers are sitting there looking like, dude, this is awesome. Meanwhile, the kids, the actual kids in the lagoon there were like, yeah, this is great. I'm like, no, that's not great at all. Run. Run your little tails off. Why are you still sitting there? Ain't no betting about it. It is a guaranteed. You want to watch me flee? You want to bet on me fleeing? You better believe I am fleeing. I am not sticking around to find out if I get swept out to sea or if anybody else gets swept out to sea. I'm packing my crap up. I'm out. All right, we're heading for the first obstacle in this row. Wow. Okay. I don't know what the hell I was doing there. Nightbot just called me out on my spelling here. You know, and I don't generally get on people about their spelling unless I can't understand what's going on. Realized I spelled join, or I spelled joint instead of join. There we go. Oh, by the way, Chad, when we start up our next campaign, it's going to be for Starlight Children's Foundation. And I do want to remind you that the first couple days we're going to likely be, we're going to still have a couple things that are still going to be, they're still going to probably say St. Jude for the GCX campaign. If you could bear with me to get those things updated as we see them, that's great. I'm hoping that I can get that all updated before I go live. But history has shown that that it wants to laugh at me, so so when we get to that point, just you know, give me a general reminder. Say, hey, you know, Rockstar, I see that this is happening. Was that supposed to happen?
She said you liar, said you wasn't drinking, showed up stumbling.
We'll get it all fixed up and updated like it's supposed to be.
You paint a picture, tortured, broken victim. Expect me to stay with you, 'cause I can't stand that feeling.
Maybe what I'll go ahead and do is I'll take the day off on the 1st. So I can so that way I can make sure that I get those things updated. So I'm not running around like a chicken with my head cut off trying to go ahead and get everything set up beforehand. When is the 1st? Is the 1st on a Thursday? No, it's on a Friday. Okay, cool. So yeah. So yeah, I'll see about, at the very least, taking about a half day, so I can sit down and get things set up like it's supposed to be before I have to go get my munchkins. That'll at least give me 4 hours worth of time to do that. And maybe what I'll do is I'll just do a test stream to make sure that everything is set and ready where it's supposed to be and kind of go from there. Here we go. And now back the other way.
Just sing along. I'm so alone. I miss you when you're gone. Same old sad song. So let's just sing along. Don't drag me down. To the bottom and drown. To the bottom and drown.
Doing pretty good right now, Chad. I figured we'd probably be only down here by the time that 4 o'clock rolls around, but I'm thinking we may actually get the whole snout done by that point, if not sooner, which will be nice. All right, but yeah, I wanted to go down to GCX this year, and I'm gonna have to plan for next year. That's all. We'll just plan for next year. Few more left to do here. Oh. Hey. Earlier my back started hurting and I had to get up and go have my wife rub back. Alright. We've got about half a row here before I need to go ahead and swap out. Oh, all right, go ahead and take another small break here. Oh. Man, oh man, oh man. So yeah, I am hoping, I'm hoping to go ahead and make it out to GCX next year. I know that, you know, for those of us who are in the Columbus area, we do have some Columbus meetups that happen from time to time. The person who's been in charge of setting all that up, they've kind of been in close contact with Twitch, but over the course of the last 5 years, not all 5, but at least, you know, for the most part since COVID, getting a get together going has been kind of hard because, you know, you had the pandemic that happened. You had a lot of how things could be done that was kind of thrown into the air and changed around and this, that, and the other. It's been really kind of hard doing that, then balancing that and or setting that up in life and all that other stuff. So, but we just got word from the person who's been setting those up that they are trying to go ahead and get something put together for November. So hopefully November we'll have a new either Central Ohio or all of Ohio kind of meetup again, which would be kind of cool if we can go ahead and pull that off again. I'm just my whole thing I'm wondering is, you know, where are we gonna have it at? Could this potentially be an all ages thing, or is this going to be, you know, is this going to be at a bar, which most likely it's going to be, which means we're going to have to be at least 21 or older, which that doesn't concern me directly, but, you know, if I wanted to go ahead and take the kids, so that way they can play some games and whatnot, it'd be kind of cool, but it's likely going to end up being at a bar or something like that. So, we are, they're talking, you know, he's working on things right now. So we may have something here, by mid to late November, sometime before Christmas, holiday season starts is what he was saying. So, so hopefully it might even be before Thanksgiving, just so that way we're not, blindsided by by that coming up, and then oh hey look, here's this get together and now we don't have anybody to buy drinks and that kind of thing, so or play games. We'll kind of see how that all comes together and kind of take it from there. So if we do end up getting that going again, I'm gonna see what we can do about getting I'm gonna try to reach out and see if there's something that we can do to get team members. I want to, like Chef Steve, I want to try to help get this team back to where we had it when we first started. When we first started, we have, I should say, we had rephrase this. We have over like 250 to 300 people on the team, but right now there is a total of about 7, somewhere between 7 and 10 people who are still actively raising funds for stuff. Myself and Chef Steve have got the campaign open up for St. Jude, for the GCX campaign. We had let's see what else is there. We had a St. Jude year-long campaign that was open, but that that ended up getting retired because there hadn't been any new campaigns that had been opened up since, or if there was campaigns open up, no one was donating. So, there's but we have the F Cancer campaign, and that one's getting ready to be retired because it's been at least 6 months since I closed out my campaign, and my campaign was the only one connected to the team campaign. So that team campaign is likely going to be retired here soon, unless someone opens up a new campaign for it and starts raising awareness for that. Due to the floods and whatnot, Chef Steve, Dana's Kitchen, and Pantry Elf opened up a campaign for the Ronald McDonald House of Fort Worth. They've raised over just under $1,400 altogether between the three of them, and so that's still going. There's this GCX event that's happening. Myself and Chef Steve are the only ones with active campaigns. Although, again, Chef Steve's technically gone ahead and pumped the brakes on his because of the floods. So he has essentially ended his campaign at 1556.71. I still only have 67.66. We need $2.03, chat, for that nice. Just saying. Where the hell is UDP when I need him? I bet you anything he would go ahead and go, you know what? To heck with just the $3 or the $2.03. Let's go ahead and make this $102.03. Just so that way he can do the $169.69. But no. So we're likely. I doubt that we're gonna be able to hit our goal, but I'm gonna get into the social medias this weekend and see what we can do. I'm like, look, guys, I post every time that I go live, or damn near every time that I go live. I didn't post tonight, but with every time that I post, I say that we are raising awareness for St. Jude, and all they got to do is come into the channel, click on the thing in the About section and donate, or shoot me an IM and say, hey, what's the donation link? I'll donate, and all I got to do is copy it and send it. So it's just that easy. But sometimes, especially right now, that dollar rate, a lot of people want to keep that in their pockets. So I get it. We got the Stack Up campaign right now going on, where we got Sai, who's still got an active campaign, although he hasn't gotten any donations for his campaign yet. Aya's Loft and Superwolf Leo and Kiki Pendragon had their campaigns all retired, likely because they hadn't had any donations in 6 months. Void Point has got $5 on his. Mother Medic has got 500 on hers, and Tifa, another friend of our stream, has got 165 totally raised on hers. Then we've got the Extra Life campaign that I started back up in was that February? I think it was February, March, and that campaign we only raised $100. My campaign itself is retired. The team campaign is still going strong. Although I'm sure here in the next few months that we're gonna start hearing word that it may be on the chopping block. We have someone who's on our team who, when presented with the option of joining the team to actually raise awareness for Extra Life, which is one of the main campaigns that they run, they don't generally squad up. They end up squadding up with somebody with another squad, and I was like, okay, that's your prerogative. You can be part of multiple different teams. It's okay, but figured at least give you the option. It's here if you want to. So, but and then we have the ASAN, which is something that which is the Autism Self Advocacy Network, and that is something that our friends Norgoth Gaming and Devil Beater have a campaign opened up for in honor of their son Broseph, and they've raised $110 so far on that one. So. So you know, those are the campaigns we have active. So again, what was that? That's one. We'll go ahead and count me as two. And then, I'm just gonna go ahead and count the ones that are still published and active. It's Psy, Void Point, Mother Medic, and Tifa there. So there's 4 added to the other 2, so there's 6 total, right? Chef Steve, so there's 7. Pantry Elf and Dana's Kitchen, 8, 9. Yeah, so we're at least at 9 active, and that's not counting like DeBear Fan, who does a wonderful job of going around to all the social medias and saying, hey, this is who I'm hanging out with, we're raising awareness for this, come and join, here's the donation link, or here's the Amplify link, or whatever have you. So that's kind of cool there. But yeah, and then like I said, there's Rusty Rhymes as well. He doesn't have an active campaign, although he is a lot more. He and Lady have gone ahead and kind of cooled down a little bit on the active fundraising. And I know that's probably, they're probably gotten to that same point where they kind of got burned out. And I know that you probably guys are probably just as burned out of me asking you for donations every time we get on here. But again, just remember, it's not for me. We're not helping me out here. We're helping out sick kids and folks going through hard times that who don't deserve to be doing so. And we're trying to look out for other people here. You know, it's not about me. It's not about we. It's about, you know, it's about helping others. And that is that's what this team is all about. We're not in it for the clout. But at the same time, I would love for us to be back in that saddle that we were in before, you know, where we were raising $10,000 within a week, right? The first year that we got it together as a team, we raised $25,000 in the first 3 weeks of January. $25,000 in the first week of January. Couple that with a couple extra thousand that we raised within the couple weeks thereafter, I think we ended January with at least 27,000, if not better, just in that first month of the first year. That first year, we had an absolutely epic donation run, and you know, here we let's see. I've actually got the totals right here. We were at $196,461.06 at the end of 2021. End of 2021, we were at $196,461.06. I personally raised over $3,500 just on this channel alone. In 2022, we didn't do as well. We only raised $54,000, just shy of $55,000. And me personally, I only raised $1,700 through all the different campaigns. 2023, a little different. 2023 was definitely a little bit different. We got a little bit more that year. Totals combined for all the campaigns were $94,139.21 as a team. Just a little over $3,600 on the channel for all the different campaigns. Last year, not quite as good, but still better than 2022. There we had 80,000 total raised, and the channel here was just a little over $2,100. And yeah, this year so far we're at $23,000. I have a feeling that we're gonna be right around the $55,000 mark by the end of the year. And you know, again, it comes down to a couple things. One, we don't have as many active fundraising folks, and two, it's hard to fundraise when we don't have the money. You know, there's things that play into all that, right? There's our taxes that we're either paying out of pocket while we're paying for things at the store, thanks to tariffs, or there's the taxes that we have to go ahead and pay to the IRS, which I'm sure are going to be fluctuating here in the next few years. Again, thanks to certain administrative decisions. So there's that that's going on. You have inflation on top of all of that isn't helping matters at all. Or I should say, you have the inflation first and then the tariffs on top of that. That's like a major issue there. You know, you've also got folks who are going through medical stuff that they have to hold that money on for right now. I get it. So you know, I understand that I'm completely cognizant of all the different factors that come into play. And someone can go ahead and talk and try to dissuade me until they're blue in the face, and I'm going to tell them no. I have seen things in action that suggests that your talking points are just that. They're talking points. They're not fact. And until you personally, not you guys in chat, I do, but until the person I'm talking to personally gets it through their thick skull that they're being screwed over by their own people, it's going to continue to be a bloodbath when it comes to our pocketbooks and wallets and so on. So you know, it is what it is. So we'll see how things kind of play out and kind of go from there. You know, but thank you guys so much, every single one of you, for being a part of what we do here. Whether you hang out and chat with me, or you lurk in the shadows, or you gift subs, cheer bits, or you donate to the cause. All of that is helpful. I do want to remind you guys that what we do monetarily here on the channel, your donations, not your donations, your bits that you cheer and the subs that you buy for yourself and that you gift to others, all of that goes right back into our campaign. Whichever campaign we're running at the time that we get paid, that is the that total is what gets added to whatever charity campaign we're running at that time. At the time of the payout. So if I go ahead and say, oh yeah, everything that we raise here right now is going to be going to St. Jude. No, that's not how it's going to work. I'm going to make sure that whatever campaign is active at the time, that's the campaign that money is going to go to at that point. Now, same thing goes for our merch sales. We do have merch, guys. Exclamation merch. If you want to go ahead and find out what we have available. Yes, things are pricey over there. I'm sorry. I don't want them to be pricey, but you know they got the basic cost of the shirt that I have to pay, that essentially we have to pay for out of pocket, and on top of that, there's the total cost of the total profit that we have to go ahead and make, right? And the dumb thing is that they force you to do a certain dollar amount as a profit that you as a person makes. Like, you can't set it as a minimum of a $1 profit, which is dumb. But they they said that they set a certain dollar amount, and then that money, when we get a payout from that, anything but everything but the sales tax that Fourth Wall does not take out, but themselves, which they should, in my personal opinion. They should absolutely take that out before they issue a payout. They themselves are the retailer selling the shirts, hats, and more, and they're just going through and adding our logos or whatever we want to have printed onto the shirts and stuff. We're helping them make money. So why not, when we get into a contract with them to work on selling our designs and whatnot on their website. You know, I don't understand why we can't just go ahead and say, look, we are essentially employees of their company selling the merch with our designs on it. Thereby extension, they can help us out with taxes. But I mean, you know, what do I know? Went too wild. There we go. Okay. So now we've got, what's this, 3 or 4? 2, 3. So we got 3 here that we got to go ahead and do. And then we got this bit over here that we got to do. We'll do those and come back. Do those, skip over that. Do those, sorry, do those, skip that bit. Do those, come back, get those there, skip that. Do those, skip that, and then finish the rest out from there. I should have just enough to go ahead and get through forward and back. And when we get back over on this side of the whisker square thing, we'll swap out the thread at that point. There we go. That's gonna be a pain in the butt though. When I say that's gonna be a pain in the butt rather, I've got I'm gonna call it a hangnail. That's essentially what it is. A little bit right there. That's gonna have to get trimmed off. So that's gonna cause all kinds of fun here. Okay. Those two. Perfect. Okay. Let me go ahead and get a couple in here. Actually, hold on. Let me go ahead and get this trimmed. I'm gonna keep on flipping that around. It's gonna end up getting caught. Then now I'm gonna get mad. There we go. That should do the trick. Look, that's so much better now. Oops. It still has a little bit of, wouldn't call it a lip there. You can still see it there. Once the nail grows back out, I'll be able to go ahead and get the rest of that out of there. As long as it doesn't try to split even more as time goes. Which more often I'd probably build it. It'll right itself eventually. Alright, let's go 5 more. Okay. Good right there. And pull the excess off there. Let's get this set here real fast. Use our thread helper. There we go. Thread helper's in place. Let's get this set. Now, with the way that my back's been acting up, chat, I think what we'll do is I want to go ahead and try to get focused, or focus enough on getting the snout done. And I think we'll go ahead and call it a night at that point, no matter what time it is. That way I can make sure that I get to bed and rest up my back for tomorrow's antics. Okay. So, and if you guys don't know how to do this, let me go ahead and explain. So what we're going to do is, whenever you run out of thread, or you're getting ready to run out of thread, and you want to go ahead and get a new thing in place, leave yourself a tail where on the back side of your project. So what you're going to do is you're going to use that tail to essentially lock down the new thread that we're going to be adding in just a moment. So first and foremost, what you want to do is you want to find out where it's coming out at. And what you want to do is you want to go back to the start of that specific stitch. And what we're going to do is we're going to recreate that same stitch we just finished off with, I should say. Okay. I'm trying to make sure that it didn't come up through the original thread. If it did, try to adjust to where it's essentially above or below, however we're looking at it here. above or below the needle when it comes out through the hole there. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put that thread just down here out of the way for a moment. That's the old thread. This is the new thread right here. We're gonna go ahead and pull this on through. And we're gonna leave ourselves a little tail here. Now this is gonna get a little hard because of the fact that I'm using my left hand and we're going to the left. Go ahead and pull that back through there. Put that there. Alright, what we're going to do here is we're going to do essentially a loop stitch. So what that means is that we are going to take we're going to take the thread, we're going to loop it around the old and the new tail. Alright, so there we go. That's been looped and stitched in. Alright, we're gonna do this again. Again, watch to make sure you don't come up through or in between the old thread, or rather the tails. And you pull it tight to make sure that the loop stitch we did previously is in place, nice and neat. And we're gonna do the same thing over here. Oops. So there's that way, that's out of the way. All right, it's 2. I like to do a total of 3. That way I know for certain that the old and the new tail are properly, essentially married together. See right there, I had to go ahead and pull the needle back through because I split the one of the individual pieces of thread. There we go. Okay, so now we go ahead and clip off the rest of our old and new tails. Those are now out of the way. And we can continue on as intended. Here we go. Uh-oh. Remember, chat, you get a little bit of a snag. Don't panic. Just turn it over, find out what's going on. Hopefully you haven't gone ahead and gotten yourself into a knot. If you have, just, again, don't panic. Just do what you can to get the needle to the other side, and that way you can help yourself unravel the mess. I see what's happening here is that it's starting to ravel around itself, so that means I may have a little bit too much in the way of slack here, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to I want to have enough room that when I do something, it's not going to go ahead and get in the way, but at the same time, that I have enough room that I can actually work with here. There we go. That should hopefully work its magic and not get tangled. Big thing here is we just gotta make sure we're going slow because we're working with a longer piece of thread. So the chances of getting tangled while we're in the midst of going at a faster pace, it builds exponentially, as we just saw here. There we go. Luckily, we didn't get into a knot like I thought we were going to there. Laura, I know I asked, how's your family doing? Anything exciting happening? What's going on with kiddo? Okay, chat. We are now entering the last row with any obstacles in our way. Again, at this point, I thought we were gonna be at around the 4 o'clock mark when we got to this point. Shows what I know. Now we're starting to get to that point where I'm going to need to go ahead and give it a little bit of slack.
So sick of the defecation coming from your TV. All I can see
I find that line very, very interesting. That, you know, trying to divide us when we need unity. We found unity. It's called the Epstein list. They need to release it. Every single person on every side of the political spectrum wants it released in full. When we say the list, we don't mean, you know, we don't mean the names of the victims or their pictures, unless those victims want to come out and be known themselves. That's on them. But we want the list. Every single person on that list, every single celebrity that has ever been there, that are frequent flyers, I should say. You know, you go through the one time that maybe not be, it may be one of those things was like, wait, this is the kind of crap you do here? I don't want to be here. I'm out. Bye. Kind of thing. But definitely those who are frequent flyers, those names should really be looked upon with extra scrutiny. And like I said, this is where a lot of folks on. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring in political parties here right now. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to do it, but you know, a lot of folks are on the right who say, "Oh, the left doesn't want their folks to be outed. They just want the Republicans." No. Everyone, every single person. I don't care. Every single person that's on the client list, yeah, all of them should burn. Even if they're some of our most beloved people, left, right, center, or on no political spectrum at all, I don't care. And no one on the left has said anything other than that. Meanwhile, we went from there's a list, there's totally a list, we're gonna release the list, that's our main priority, to it's on the desk, it's there ready to review, along with the other files, along also with the MLK files and the JFK files and blah 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 blah. To oh nope, there's no list. Nope, there's no list anymore. So yeah, you want us to unite? That's how we will unite. Release the list. Release the list and begin the public castrations. And maybe a bit harsh, but I think it would finally go ahead and bring the idea to everyone's head. We don't do that. You want to do that kind of crap? Go become an animal. Literally. Be reincarnated into an animal. You can do that. You can do that in the animal kingdom. We don't do that here. Yeah, just a little bit toxic. Let me go ahead and pull that back. We're gonna stop talking about that. It definitely can get toxic. Meanwhile, we talked about this month, or this week rather, being a really trying week. We had some very shocking and notable and shocking deaths. Uh-oh. Yeah, female artist whose song started taking off again on the TikToks. Then Malcolm Jamal Warner, then Ozzy, then Hogan. Yeah, I'm not without complete sympathy and empathy for their family, for Hogan's family, I should say. But I mean, I'm sorry. Well, I will go ahead and give him props for making wrestling what it is today. He was still, he still had his own issues, which, unfortunately, made me really not care for the guy anymore. So to the character that he portrayed, to that for that version, I'm sorry to see him go. But when it comes to the person he was outside of the ring, I'm sorry, I can't condone his behavior, and his behavior, his worldviews, they do not align with my own, and I would much rather go ahead and see see justice carried out in the afterlife in that specific case. I'm just, yeah. And again, I know that it's kind of like rough to hear and or say, but I'm just, I can't say rest in peace to him, because I just again, the character I can, but the person himself, I can't. Can't, and I won't. Man, why in the hell did I do that? You're not paying attention, Rockstar. I'm sorry. Get talking about things and you lose where the hell you're supposed to be at. You know what that means, chat? It means Rockstar needs to shut up and focus. So, unless you guys type something here in the chat, I'm gonna probably go ahead and go into quiet mode while I focus up here and get this taken care of.
$1, yep, give me two. A $2, hell yeah. 3, motherfucker, I'm the wacker G. Supporting. Throw your hands up and fill the next cup. Let's get this started again. Wake up, rub the eyes, another new day and it's no surprise. I lost my phone, my keys, my car, I left my wallet at the bar. Tie shoes, swig some booze, another new day, got nothing to lose. I can't remember her name, I think this shot's all to blame. If it's only gonna be for tonight, let's set this party right. So throw your hands up.
Alright, chat, we are moving along pretty well here. We're almost done with this row. Again, if you're just joining us, welcome in. We're working on a cross-stitch project that I've decided to do for my eldest. This is a rainbow heart bear, a bear that is usually viewed as a symbol of what's known as a rainbow baby, and in that case, what we're talking about is a couple who had who were going through a pregnancy, and the pregnancy and the body itself aborted the pregnancy. There was a miscarriage. The following pregnancy that goes to term and results in an actual birth, that baby is thereby referred to as a rainbow baby. And again, a lot of families end up using this specific bear, who was created for the 30th anniversary of Care Bears. They end up using this bear as a as that symbol. Or at least that's what our friends and family did.
Let's get
All right, that row is now done. We are moving on down to the next row. Go. All right, chat. We've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more rows to go, and each row after this starts getting smaller. For the most part. Again, we don't have any obstacles in our way now, so this will be pretty quick to get done, as long as I don't have any further distractions or have to take any further breaks or anything like that. So. Right. Yes, sir. There we go. Slight adjustment on the what's the word I'm looking for there? On the slack. There we go. almost half. Say, hold on. Your eyes want to start crossing and start giving you double vision when you're trying to use a sharp object. Never a fun time. Oh! Well, chat, you know what? I mean, if my back does that again, I may go ahead and call it right here. That hurt. You know what, chat? I'm thinking we may need to go ahead and call it. I'm going to go ahead and finish up this row first, though. Get started on the next one. Yeah, my back's starting to get on fire now. So yeah, I think it's about that time. Still have to go ahead and get the dishes out of the dishwasher. That'll be a fun task. Have 9 still going. We'll go ahead and go say hi to 9. Unless she rates us first. Nine was playing Repo with some friends. Alright, chat. Yep, the body is hollering at me right now. It is straight up in revolt mode. This is nope, I don't like this. So we're definitely gonna go ahead and end here as soon as I'm done with this row and a couple new spots. Oh, come on now. Don't start getting tangled up on me yet, right now. One more. That works. Okay. Alright, chat, there we are. We almost got the snout done tonight. I think if my back hadn't decided that it wanted to go on a full-on protest to how I'm sitting, I think we probably would have gone ahead and gotten it finished within the next hour and a half, honestly. But yeah, like I said, my back is starting to go, nope, I don't like this. So we're gonna listen to the back and the rest of the body, and we're gonna go ahead and call it there. I'll get an updated picture and get it posted into Discord for you guys to see, to check out. Let me go ahead and just do that right now before I go and forget. Let's get me my phone. Nope, don't like that. My hand got in the way. Alright, that's a bit better. I'll get this cropped and we'll get it into... and get this cropped right now before I go and forget here. Oh, crap. Yep. I didn't get a good enough picture. Move that one to the trash. Let's try it one more time. Alright, I'm gonna have to go ahead and do it after I get out of here. So let's go ahead and go over here to this screen. Let me go ahead and see if yep, okay, she's not going anymore. Alright, well, there goes that idea. Let's see who else is live we can raid out to. Chef Maurizio's live, okay. Maybe Chef Maurizio. Maybe Skids. That's it? That's all we got live right now? You know what? My back. I don't think I can sit here much longer. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just say tonight's gonna be one of those rare nights where we decide not to go ahead and raid out. Thank you guys so much for chatting, lurking. I really appreciate y'all. Go ahead and get this out of the way for a minute so I can get this up now. Oh, okay. Wonderful. Hold on, chat. Should be good. All right, chat. Oof. Let's close that out. We don't need that. All right, chat. Like I said, this is gonna be one of those rare nights where we decide that we're not going to raid out to anyone. So thank you guys again so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you to any of my mods who decided to go ahead and pop on in. I appreciate you guys as well. Anybody who stayed throughout the whole show, thank you. Those who decided to pop in and pop out, hey, we appreciate you guys as well. I'm gonna go ahead and head out of here. I will be live again on Sunday, unless for some reason I decide I'm gonna go ahead and go live Saturday night for one reason or another. But I'll go ahead and I'll get some new pictures up on Discord with the with what we've done for the project, and yeah. So again, guys, don't forget to help us out with the campaign by either donating or sharing those links. Help us spread the word. And I'll see you guys all back here next. Well, like I said, we'll see you on Sunday. Until then, rock on. Have a wonderful night. See y'all next time. Bye, guys.